I stood at the door, hand on the knob, listening to their laughter echo from the dining room. The sound of clinking glasses, the hum of a conversation I wasn't part of, none of it reached me. They hadn't bothered to invite me, not even a passing mention. My birthday had become a non-entity, slipping through the cracks of their world. I heard my wife's voice, light and airy, as if she had forgotten the weight of what she was doing. "Oh, today was your birthday?" she said, like a casual afterthought. "Make sure to clean up after us." The words hit harder than they should have. I wasn't angry, no. I was something worse. I was nothing to them. The fact they didn't even see me standing in the doorway, the man they claimed to love, only deepened the silence in my chest. I left the room without a word. I picked up my wallet. The weight of it was familiar, comforting almost, as I headed out. A restaurant, the kind of place I deserved. I didn't need them, not anymore. The first days were small cracks. I didn't confront them. There was no point. At first, I noticed the extra texts on her phone, quick, whispered conversations that she'd hide with a well-timed smile when I walked in. She thought I didn't see the way her eyes shifted when she answered the phone in the next room. Thought I wouldn't hear the hushed laughter, the intimacy in her tone. She couldn't even hide the subtle changes, the way she left the house later than usual, her sudden need to work late. But I didn't react. I'd seen enough. The phone records didn't lie. They were there, sitting in front of me. Call logs, dates, times, every minute she spent with him, captured in the numbers, telling me what I already knew. I wanted to feel betrayed. I wanted to rage, but it wasn't anger that stirred in me. It was something colder, something far more dangerous. I didn't confront her, not yet. I didn't need to speak to her, not yet. The truth would come in its own time. I gathered everything, texts, photos, receipts, everything. The quiet observance, the calculated steps, it all fed into the larger picture I was building. She had no idea that every night I'd sit at my desk, watching her movements, comparing the time she was gone with the dates on my phone. I reviewed the photos we'd taken, the ones I'd forgotten. Her smile frozen in a moment of happiness, her eyes hiding secrets she never thought I'd notice. It was all coming together, each detail adding weight to the truth. One night, when she thought I was out, I searched through her bag. A slip of paper, a note with a name. My hand trembled as I read it. She wasn't just being careless. She was careless because she thought I was weak. The man's name was there. I already knew who he was. It didn't matter. It only made it clearer. It was time. She hadn't expected this. I waited until the house was quiet. I could feel the tension between us, thick and suffocating. She thought I didn't know. She thought I'd never figure it out. I slid the envelope across the table. No words, just the evidence, cold and undeniable. Her hand trembled as she picked it up. She opened it, her face slowly draining of color as she read through the documents. I didn't need to say anything. The truth was there, in black and white. I watched her as the realization hit. Her eyes, wide with shock, darted from the papers to my face, searching for something, some sign of emotion. But I had no words, not for her. "Do you want to explain?" I asked finally. It wasn't a question. It was an invitation for her to dig her own grave. She didn't answer. She couldn't. Her mother, standing in the doorway, said nothing either. The silence in the room was unbearable. I stayed calm. It was all part of the plan. I stood up and turned to leave, but before I did, I looked at them one last time. I had already made my decision. This was the end. But there was one last thing to do. I handed my wife the letter. It was simple, brief, nothing complicated. Just one line, "I don't need to clean up after you." She stared at it, her face frozen in a mask of shock. I saw her mother's expression, shock, confusion. They didn't understand. They thought I would break. I didn't. I turned my back on them, walking away from the life I'd once known. Not in anger, but with quiet finality. There was nothing left to say. I'm not angry anymore. Not at her, not at her family. I don't feel anything for them. The truth is clear now. The world is a little emptier, but it's mine to fill. I walk away, knowing she'll always wonder if I knew. And I'm fine with that.